What is up, everybody? It's day one of our Trans-America Trail trip. We are on the Cape Hatteras ferry, heading from here to our first stop. I can't really pronounce the stop that we're heading to, but just got started. We had a little bit of issues. We jumped on the first ferry and it made us get back off. We had some mechanical problems, so right in the very beginning we're already heading backwards, but now we're moving forward, and we're really excited to get on the road, get our first campsite set up tonight. Welcome to TrailspinTV.
So what just happened?
So I'm sitting here just hanging out. The boat's all like lulling me to sleep, and Braxton is in the back playing around with his laptop, and the door was open, and all of a sudden I just see birds just fly past and hit the door. If he was just kind of standing here talking to me, he would have got hit. But it's all good. They say that's a good omen, right? So just want to thank that bird for on the Jeep, so we know everything's going to be good going forward.
What app are you using to record the data?
Currently using Gaia GPS. Syncs up with desktop version on a website, allows you to track everything, and basically every time you start and record a trip you can save it when you're done. Gives you all the stats of the trip, your altitude, your maximum speed, your slow speed, your average pace, all that stuff, and then you can export it as a GPX file. So what we're planning on doing is we're going to be following the original trail as much as we possibly can, but anytime we have to divert or whatever, that's going to be part of our recorded route, and that route will be uploaded, so that if you know that if you were leaving this time of the year, that you might run up against the same problems that we are, washouts and muddy roads that are just impassable. When we get to Colorado, it might be a lot of stuff shut down because of the snow. So that'll all be, you know, saved and uploaded online and accessible, but that's what we'll be using to track the whole thing. My wife has been wanting to come here for a long time, and we wanted to make plans when we first met, like 7 years ago. Sorry, baby. We wanted to come here, but I guess during certain times of the year they have these like really big, like stinging flies. I guess they're like horse flies, and they kind of take over all of like Outer Banks, and they tell you like it's not a good time to come hang out at the beach. So we ended up going to Virginia Beach instead. But just saying, I feel bad that I'm here and she's not here. I miss you, baby.
Did they say like the season that it's usually in with these horseflies? Yeah,
it's seasonal. I don't remember exactly the season. I think when we went to Virginia Beach, it was around July or August. So I think that's the time that it's not a good time to come here.
Yeah, like the heat of summer.
Yeah, when it's hot.
It's hot. This poor fella, we think he needs to poop. We can't get him to poop. Brandon said he usually runs before he poops, so trying to have him run, but no luck on pooping. Next we're going to Cedar Island. We're just waiting for the ferry. We're waiting to see if we can get a ticket. We're not sure yet, so I'm trying to get him to poop before the ferry. This ferry ride's about 2.5 hours. Ferry doesn't leave until when?
4:30.
What time is it now?
It's 12:30.
So, and we have to leave the Jeep here to hold our line in place, so we can't leave the Jeep because we have all our stuff on it. And
so here we are. That's okay, because we're overlanders. We're fully prepared to cook a meal and hang out.
yeah!
Take a shower.
Yeah, we can take a shower, we can show off in front of everybody, make people jealous. So we were hearing a weird rattle as we were driving away after we bought our ticket from the ferry. Brandon thinks it might be the CV joint, because I know that was giving him issues, but we can't pinpoint it because it's a very significant kind of rattle. Brandon's rocking my work zone gloves. Got him specialty from Aldi. He didn't think I worked on cars. I don't.
Why do they sell work gloves at Aldi?
Aldi sells everything at random times. You can't get everything at the same time, but we think it's the exhaust. We hope it's the exhaust, right?
It's literally burning through these gloves.
The gloves are kind of crappy. They're Aldi brand, but that's okay. That's it right there.
What's it hitting? Oh, it's sitting on the sway bar. That's the only thing holding the muffler up right now. It's disconnected from the hanger. Oh my god, that would be great if that was the problem. So this is like a welded piece to the muffler. This is a crappy muffler that the dealership gave me because 3 days after I bought the Jeep, the original muffler fell off. And as you can see, it's all discolored. It's been like purple since like the week after I bought it. So I never had a lot of faith in this. But this right here, where it's welded to the muffler, there's a rubber hanger here. And that's supposed to be in there, and it came out. So now the exhaust is sitting here. And yep, it's actually bent too. So we might have caught the exhaust on something we were off-roading the other day, pulled it off of this, and the only thing holding this muffler up right now is the sway bar. So that's making noise, that's rubbing. So we're just gonna stick it back in the hanger here, but it's not really gonna fix the problem. It's like the whole thing has dropped down. So even if I stick this back in here, which I'm gonna do right now, it's really, really hot. It's actually burning through Braxton's clothes. So it's in there, but I don't know if the lift has anything to do with it. I mean, this looks really bent. So if we had some fireproof foam, we could stick some foam in here. Can't really cut it because it's gonna be really loud. Gonna have to find a solution though. I'm gonna do some research online and see if anybody else has run into this problem. Might be able to get some exhaust tape. Might be able to disconnect this. I'll find out if I can disconnect this and have it not be too much of a problem. We're not going to be doing a lot of highway driving, so it might not be so bad to have this disconnected. It's just kind of creates stability in the back. The front one's still connected, and these springs have so much pressure on them. That's what it is. It's the weight. So all the weight of all the gear that we have is pushed the whole suspension down. Normally this would clear this, and see, even if I push up on it, it clears it. We have a weight problem. We need new springs, and we need them soon. So I'm gonna go online, try to get something ordered. Maybe we can get something delivered on our way in the next couple days and have a shop somewhere fix it. Not really looking to take this whole thing apart myself. It's just way too much of a job to take all this stuff off. I mean, I guess I could do it, but it took us 3 days to put all this stuff on. Saggy springs, so we need some heavy duty springs. And I guess we'll look into that. We're gonna keep going, figure it out on the way. Happy overlanding. So I just jacked the whole Jeep up to take the exhaust off of this, because all the weight is got this resting on this track bar. So I took the weight off of it, which cleared the track bar with the exhaust, and then I pushed the muffler up as high as I could get it and used some hose clamps and some zip ties to just keep it from moving. So it's not rattling at all now. It's not hitting that. More importantly, it's not going to wear a hole in this. This spring is fully compressed. It's got no travel room at all. The shock is only got about 1 inch on this side, and the other sides, now that I'm down here, I've got about 2 inches left on the other side. So this side is actually lower. It's probably because the tire swing is swung out, and that'll lift up a little bit when it's done. But we definitely need to get some springs in soon. So if anybody's got a hookup anywhere along the Trans-America Trail, somebody with a garage that works on Jeeps, just let us know. We're interested. We need to get these. We need to get this problem fixed. So we're bottomed out. We got way too much weight. So we need some stiffer springs. And other than that, this rattle problem is fixed for now, as long as these zip ties hold up. I guess we'll find out. Next up, ferry ride.
I kind of smell like butt.
You smell like butt?
Yeah, I smell pretty bad.
We all smell pretty bad. It's only the first day.
You're gonna have to name it like day one, already struggling. So, somebody wanted to take some sexy drone shots. This guy has a great idea. And took out the drone. Well, it's his drone. And He thought I had the controller. Closes the back door on the Jeep, and
that's where the controller was. I literally crushed the controller with a 200-pound tire gauge. We recalibrated, so we're good now. I think.
Hey, we'll see. Get some sexy drone shots. If not, I'm gonna have to run with the camera above my head. Pretend it's a drone shot. Make drone noises. Take off. It works. Holy moly, Master Choli. Today was a struggle.
I'm aboard the struggle bus.
So the first campsite, the free campsite was free, but we would have had to have hiked to the actual campsite because we had to park the Jeep, but we can't do that due to us having everything on the Jeep. So then we're like, crap, this sucks. So we looked for another one. We found a paid one. And we're like, okay, let's go to it. And first the gate was closed, and we turned around, we tried to figure out, and we're like, okay, maybe it's not locked, or maybe we could just get it, maybe they just closed it for whatever reason. It's locked. We were in a pickle. There was some thought of saying, F it. There's another thought of going to a hotel.
Then we would have the same problem.
Then we would have had the same problem. It was just a lot of stuff today was just built up, and it was just a load of garbage. It sucks. It's due to inexperience, low experience, but we're learning. We finally have camp set up. We found a campground, but it was like 30 minutes in the reverse direction that we came from. So that's kind of annoying. But now we're eating and it's 11:23. It's not ideal, but we're learning.
It also ain't bad. Nothing wrong with eating food at 11 o'clock at night. We all done that.
Yeah, so we survived. And it's all good. So, how's the first meal?
Delicious.
What you eating?
A cheeseburger with ketchup and mayo. Apparently only white people eat mayo, though. Is that true? That's not what you said. You said black people don't eat mayo.
Yeah. They don't like mayo. I'm okay with mayo, but I'd prefer not. I don't really have mayo on burgers. That's kind of different to me. I like mustard. Mustard's my thing, and I'm a mustard and jelly kind of person, not together. When I make peanut butter and jellies, there's more jelly than peanut butter. When I make sandwiches, there's more mustard than ketchup. But I don't put ketchup on my sandwiches. This is complicated.
It's profound.
Y'all get it. You don't want to talk to the people? Day one?
Day one. I think with some more rest leading up into this whole trip, I probably would have done a little bit better, but it just felt like today was one big struggle. First ferry broke down, so we got stuck on a second ferry, which means we missed the other ferry, which killed 4 hours for us. And then when I wanted to sleep on the ferry, the engine was running right underneath the Jeep, so I couldn't sleep. I basically haven't slept at all. We got some repairs we got to do on the Jeep in a couple days. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. We're carrying a lot of weight, so it needs work.
But how do you feel knowing you finished day one on the Trans-America Trail?
I think I feel pretty good. It's nice. We're on the move. We're moving forward.
Yeah, knowing that there's a lot of stuff that went wrong, but we're all getting it solved, we're all learning, but it was just, I think it was more of lack of sleep.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
Just kind of like that cranky where you're just like, oh my gosh, and it's making kind of bad decisions or just not thinking on your toes as well. Because this is our first time actually camping and sleeping. Because the previous night,
slept in the front seats of the car for 2 hours because we didn't feel like taking everything down. We didn't know where to camp. And we were just kind of hanging out. But yeah, so we're exhausted. I think we're just going to sleep in tomorrow. We're going to try to cover some miles on the second section, but we're just going to sleep till we wake up and get a level head and get some logistical stuff with the Jeep figured out, because right now the way we have it packed is we got to move some things around, but we'll get it figured out. I mean, we still got 49 more days to go.
49 more days.
That's a long time.
So I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful extravaganza experience. I don't know what to call it. Mess. But it's gonna get better. We have maybe some plans, but we're not dead set, so we can't really announce it yet. But stay tuned.
That's right. Stay tuned.
I'll see you in the next vlog tomorrow. Coming out tomorrow.